Hello everyone. So in this little video, we're going to divert from the usual oil refinery strikes and wild berries becoming wildfires to instead take a look at something just as interesting, I think, destroyed Russian convoys. Here in this video, we have a burning convoy aimed at a beautiful sight. This is on a main logistics road, the E58, showing vehicles detouring around a destroyed bridge with multiple trucks seen burning. So it seems Pigpen and Rubber Duck had a bad day here. Given the destroyed bridge, Oddball isn't too happy either. Three supply trucks are seen burning in and around this destroyed bridge after Ukrainian mid-range drone strikes on the highway and the new bypass road. We saw these bridges get destroyed a couple of months ago, but with all the excitement with Wildberries and the Sea of Azov massacre, we haven't really checked in with the destroyed bridges and stuff lately. So, still destroyed, at least this one is. In Ukraine, still smashing the supply convoys as we can see here. Now, Russia has taken to using civilian trucks and vehicles to transport military supplies. We saw that a couple of weeks ago. Sometimes hiding fuel tanks inside bog standard trucks in an attempt to hide them from Ukraine. A plan much more cunning than I'd expect from Russia. I mean, we've seen the Russians put camouflage netting on a panzer positioned on a concrete airport taxiway before. So they're not big with the thinking. Now, before we check the geolocation where this video is filmed from, I have a second video which is playing now. This is a compilation of strikes by Ukraine on Russian logistics, all on the southern front, so around the Zaporizhzhia region, many of them on the same highway that these three trucks in the past video were hit. So, it's an interesting video with multiple strikes taking place on a variety of vehicles from large trucks, fuel tankers, and a Kamaz army truck thrown in there as well. Now, I do have to wonder how Ukraine identifies which lorries and vehicles are carrying military supplies and which ones aren't, as it does seem tricky to tell. I assume Ukraine must have some very good intelligence here that these are vehicles transporting military supplies, maybe tracking which ones are heading from inside Russia along the roads and into Ukraine. Now, strikes on logistics are important because if an army doesn't have adequate supplies, then it can't function correctly. Not just ammunition, but stuff like food, water, communications equipment, spare batteries for electronic devices, replacement parts, all of that sort of stuff will be transported by these, and if hit by Ukraine, won't be getting to where Russia wants them to. Now, before, Ukraine could only really hit the logistics lines of the supply roads near the front lines, not because of lack of drones, but because of a lack of long range drones. Initially, Ukraine's drones were limited to really about 30 kilometers or thereabouts, but with a increase of mid-range strike drones available, Ukraine can regularly hit targets and logistic vehicles over 100 kilometers away. We saw this in some videos we saw earlier this year. This compilation of strikes hasn't been geolocated, but we do have geolocations for the first video, around the Bridge of No Return. The location is on screen now. Blue is each truck that's burning, yellow is the bridge that we saw. Just north of the bridge is the new road crossing. We saw in Crimea Russia basically makes an earthen mound and builds a road on that, which makes the new one very difficult to destroy as there's nothing to collapse. So Russia has certainly deployed the big brains here, or rather the big brain. I doubt they have more than one. This is here zoomed out at the yellow marker, also highlighted the regular areas hit by Ukrainian drones in the yellow circles that we've seen in past videos and stuff. So, Ukraine's mid-range drones hit pretty much any of the roads leading to and from the key logistics hubs. So, Taganrog, Mariupol, Berdyansk and Melitopol, and also to and from Crimea. These ones are heading towards Melitopol, whether eventually to Crimea or intended to supply goods for the southern front north of Melitopol isn't known. Only these ones aren't getting there now. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much and take care everybody.